Hi guys, it's your girl Vonnie. Welcome to Pieces of Me TV. I'm back with another Real Housewives of Atlanta review. And child, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they're trying to lead up to a big finale or the big reunion. I don't know. But I'm about sick and tired of these filler episodes, okay? So I'm going to talk about it because that's what y'all want me to do. Let's get started. It starts off with Portia in the studio, and child, Portia is singing for her life, okay? And I'm not talking about in a good way, like I got my life from her singing. I'm saying her life was up here, and she was singing them notes, trying to reach to it, okay? And things was just happening. She was singing her little heart out, and the pole voice coach was like, Portia, I don't believe anything you're saying. Like, it just ain't working. Then Kandi showed up while she in there singing, and the light just falling in the booth. I said, this child can't catch a break. Well, anyway, so then she comes out and she talks to Kandi, and Kandi tells her, you're still missing rehearsals, and it's unacceptable. And she reads her the email that the stage director sent Kandi, and she's like, this is not how we do business. So she needs to get her life and get it together. So Portia calls her sister. Now, she calls her sister because she tells Kandi, like, you need to get your people in check because they need to communicate better. We kept asking them for the November schedule. They said they sent it. We never received it. So she was like, I'll call my sister right now and she'll tell you. So Portia calls her sister, who is her assistant, and she has her on speakerphone. And what she thought was going to happen was her sister was going to say something to defend the situation, and Kandi was going to look stupid. What actually happened is her and her sister both look stupid. Her sister basically says, well, we received it the day that they sent it, but I didn't know because they had sent it in a separate email. Well, if your job is to be the assistant and to check the emails, it don't matter if they sent it 10 emails from now. As long as your email is still the email that you should be getting business to, you should be checking them regardless. So I'd have to check my sister or fire her, probably the latter. Anyway, so yeah, she was looking crazy. Then it goes to Nene. She meets with her manager, and Nene is getting her own clothing line for the Home Shopping Network. And I live for the Home Shopping Network, honey, okay? I love them. Ever since I was a little kid, I would just sit and watch the Home Shopping Network. Don't judge me, okay? Do not judge. This is a judgment-free zone. But yes, so I was excited about that, and then I started thinking, like, do I really want to wear clothes by Nene? Like, wouldn't this be like another She by Sheree type situation that, like, we talk about it because you talk about it on your show, but if you didn't have this show, we wouldn't buy it. I don't know, but we'll see. So Nene doesn't want to go to acting classes, even though her manager thinks it's a good idea for her to go to acting classes, because she's afraid that when you go to acting classes, you'll lose your natural acting abilities. Nene, the reason why you're afraid of that is because your lack of acting abilities is what has gotten you these jobs so far. Now, if you don't get that shade, then you sit there and you think about that for a minute, and I'm going to go to the next topic. So everything she says, like, to her manager and in the confessional, it always starts with, as an actor, okay? Like, it's just like a bunch of bull crap. As an actor, I put salt on my fries. As an actor, I have to drink a gallon of water every hour, or, it could damage my acting abilities. As an actor, I have to take a shit with the door open. As an actor, I don't pay for the bill. Like, it's like, bitch, we get it. Okay, you had a leading role, and I'm not even gonna say a leading role. You had a supporting role on a show that had about 9 episodes and was canceled. I get it. You had a role on Glee that was a visiting role that wasn't even renewed. So, really, save it. And she's like, I turned down millions of dollars of deals. Well, you're the dummy. Anyway. Cynthia and Peter meet at bar 1, okay? And really, it's not much to talk about because it's the same thing we've been going over with Cynthia and Peter's relationship since day 1 that they've been on the show. Peter does not communicate with Cynthia, and Peter is bad with money. Period. Peter has all these goals that he wants to do, and he doesn't have the financial backing to do it, and he's spending Cynthia's coins, and Cynthia's concerned. Cynthia had to find out on the blogs that Bar 1 is going through foreclosure because the owner of Bar 1's facility, who was leasing it to them, hasn't been paying the mortgage. So it's a big mess that they've got to try to get worked out. You know, they have to try to prove to the bank that they were giving money to the landlord and the landlord just wasn't paying it. So it's just like a whole big thing. And even after they prove that, when their lease is up, the bank doesn't have to renew. It's just a lot of drama. And Cynthia just doesn't understand why she had to find out from the blogs when Peter said he knew a month ago. And you know, Peter is just one of those people, from what I get, that he'll be like you'd be like, oh baby, such and such and such and such is happening. And he's like, don't worry, I'll handle it. And you get real nervous because you're like, no, sweetie, you won't handle it because you should have handled it the first time. So I'm just saying, I see why Cynthia has a hard time trusting Peter. What happened next? Kenya's dog died. He went to doggy heaven. R.I.P. Velvet. Next, Candy invites a therapist over to help her and her crazy mama. And I really don't know if there's any hope for Candy, to be honest with you. Because anytime anybody brings up her role in this, she gets very defensive. You know, that's my mama, okay? My mama took care of me, okay? But ain't nobody else gonna be here. My mama gonna be here. We get it. Everybody's mama has popped them out of their vagina or their C-section mark, okay? We get it. It's happened, okay? Everybody's mama loves them. But not everybody's mama is extra as Mama Joyce. And everybody else, when they're getting married, has to learn that you have to keep your family in check. And if you can't do that, deuces. So I just don't think Candy is going to ever catch on to that, because even when the therapist was like, so you're telling me that you're 37 years old and you're still allowing this? Because that's my mama. It's not about respect. Candy's voice kills me. So then Mama Joyce comes and he asks Candy to excuse herself so he could talk to Mama Joyce. And so Mama Joyce basically was bringing up nothing that had to do with anything. Candy's gained 30 pounds since being, in a relationship. Join the club. They used to have a close relationship. They don't anymore. I wonder why. It just was nothing. And the therapist finally had to say, well, Mama Joyce, do you know Todd? Like, what do you know about him? How does he treat Candy? And she couldn't answer those questions. And he said, well, I'm sorry. Your daughter is marrying a man that you don't know. I see something wrong with that. And then she was just looking crazy. And then Candy walked in coincidentally, like, oh, did I interrupt something? I think she knew where it was going. I think she was over hearing everything that was happening. And I think she didn't want Mama Joyce to feel attacked. And I really think that's why she came back in. Next. And sidetrack real quick. At 37 years old, you shouldn't still be trying to get the approval of your mother. All right. Nene meets with HSN. And they show her some pieces. And they're like, tell us things you're really passionate about. When you see them. If you're not, whatever, we're open to change. The style of it gave me She by Sheree meets Rainbow and Dots. You know what I'm saying? Plus size addiction. Plus size addiction, y'all. Ugh. Okay, it's late. All right, it's late. I'm sorry. But like, it really gives me that. It gives me really Ashley Stewart. That 14W to 24W. Like, that's what it gives me. And no shade, because I'm one of those girls. But I'm just saying, like, Nene, you're gonna have to bring something a little bit better than that. Okay, bring something a little bit better than that. Then it goes to Kenya, Candy, and Cynthia. Kenya calls them together to let them know that Velvet has went to that big cloud in the sky, and she wants to have a memorial. Cynthia and Peter, they're back at home discussing Bar 1 and its future. We still don't know shit. Next. Portia finally shows up to rehearsals. which looks like to me a week before the show was to start. The stage manager had to go ahead and check Portia real quick. Like, what is your commitment here? And are you going to be able to show up and do all these shows? So I think Portia was feeling some type of way. She was a little offended. But it's like, you can't get mad when you're not being a professional, sweetheart. You can't. What else? Mama Joyce shows up. She watches the rehearsal, okay? And I could just tell Mama Joyce was in her feelings because she knew this was about her. And I think she was very hurt. Her eyes was a little glassy. She was a little emotional, y'all. And then here's Don Juan with his messy ass talking about, ooh, now see that line right there? You know that was you, because who else would say that? She don't need reassurance that this is about her. This is Don Juan. Don Juan, go. Go, okay? Go in the corner, find a corner, put your nose in it, and don't come out until I tell you to. Next. So then Mama Joyce and Don Juan get up, you know, after she had the boo-boo face, you know. Then they run into Todd. Poor Todd. Todd is trying so hard to kiss this woman's ass, and she just won't let it be kissable. Like, damn, your ass already stank. Like, just let him be who he needs to be, okay? He's trying to be a son-in-law. He's trying to be loving and helping and, you know, open to having a relationship with you, and you just stomping on it. Damn, Mama Joyce. You know, he was, you know, like, look, okay, I need to hear from you what you feel about me, because if you're never gonna like me and we're never gonna get along, let me know so I can move on. And she basically said, well, you know, Candy, you know, always asks me, like, when did I stop liking you? And it's not that I stopped liking you. I just don't respect you. I'm sorry, that's a little bit worse. I'd rather you not like me than to not respect me. I'm a grown-ass man. So, you know, they exchanged words a little bit. And he had to put her in check a little bit since Candy won't. And said, listen, I make good money, okay? I make good money. I saved my money. And when I took time off because I wanted to and Candy wanted me to. It wasn't Candy's fault because I made the decision, but we wanted to be together. We wanted to spend time together, and I had money saved up, and I never lived off of Candy's dime. Bloop. So she was just looking crazy, you know. It was nothing. It's nothing he can say to make her feel any more comfortable letting go. You know, it's nothing anybody can say. It doesn't matter if it was Todd or anybody else. She was never going to like anybody that Candy was going to be with. So he just says, you know, I hope that one day you can love me. And she just was like, or nah. Like, it just was bad. It just was bad. It was super awkward. I feel bad for Todd. And that's pretty much it, y'all. Yeah, that was it. The episode was a filler to me. I really didn't care much about the episode, really. But you know, I gotta come and review it because that's what we do. So I hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope you enjoyed my review. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. You guys have really been liking the videos. I'm appreciating it. Share this video on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and you can also find the links to my pages below on all those social networks. Please subscribe. I mean, join the Pieces of Me TV family, okay? We can be cousins. I love my cousins. I hope you do too, okay? Like I said, when we're family, we're cousins. It's nothing that we can't talk about, so leave a comment, okay? So we can communicate. We can talk about the video. We can talk about what you did this weekend. We can talk about your job, how your boss ain't shit. Your coworker eats the last of the donuts. You know, don't clean out the coffee filter. Whatever you want to talk about, we can talk about. Just leave a comment below, okay? Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye.